Hello, my name is Mooncat and welcome back to another video on the cherry garden design. Now in this video I'm going to go over a couple of more advanced attack designs. Last video I went over this upgrade path ending in this design over here, which is the one I have in my city at the moment. It gives 340 attack, and if you look at efficiency, 1.06 attack per tile, which is quite nice. But in this video I'm going to show a couple of alternatives, some more advanced designs. All of them are slightly more efficient when it comes to attack. They do give a little bit less forge points, but you probably don't care about that. So without further ado, let's start with this design here, which was sent to me by Marcel, so thank you very much for sharing this. Now this design is based around this basic module here: 2 Suns, 2 Emperors, and 6 Sakuras, and 4 Gongs. Now this design here, quite nice, quite efficient, nothing special. You can stack it like this, just stack it horizontally, very easily. But what makes this set really good is that in addition to this, you can stack it on top and below with this very efficient module here. So here you can see that we add 4 or 2 of each Sakura and Emperor, Sen and Emperor, sorry, but you add 10 Sakuras, which is a lot. Now if you add that in here, we can see that in terms of efficiency, here we get 100 additional attack, which is 1.14 attack per tile from this module here. So if we add this at the bottom as well, now from this design here you can see that we get 340 attack, 1.07 attack per tile. So here we can see that we get the same amount of attack, 340, but here we get so here 340 as well, but you use two fewer tiles, so 2 fewer gongs in this design here. So already it's very nice, but as we stack it, it gets better and better. So here we have a slightly altered variation. So here we can see that this module here that we add is flipped on top here, and here it is just simply mirrored. So same pieces, so up to you which one you prefer to use. Now once you have it at this state here, then the module you add is this module over here. So here you add 10 Sakuras, you add 2 of each of the Sen and Emperor, and 5 Gongs, for a total of an additional 100 attack and 1.12 attack per tile. So as you stack it, this set will approach 1.12, although for your size, it will of the city and so on, it will probably reach closer to 1.10 in total as you expand it. So this design here, still 1.07, but if we round it, this is probably in the low 1.07, this is probably in the high 1.07. So as you stack it, it gets more and more efficient, and with a couple of more modules, you can easily get it to, or not easily, but you can get it to 1.1 attack per tile. So this is a very, very nice design. So this is one option if you don't want to go for the one I have. So another option which I really like is this one. Now I'm not sure who made it, I saw it and I really, really love it. So one thing that I have been trying, or at least in the past, one thing I have tried to do is to incorporate the ponds in my designs, and I haven't been successful, but I finally saw this, and as you can see, it's really cool, and finally we have a set that uses the pond. Now this is a quite extensive design. The basic module is very big, as you can see here. This one gives 160 attack, and it gives 1.05 attack per tile, which is already quite nice. Now the reason why you might want to have a pond in your design, now if you are starting from scratch, it doesn't matter if you have ponds or emperors in sense, it doesn't matter which you use. But if you have the basic design in your city, the 5x5 default design with a pond, a Sakura, a Gong, a Sen, and an Emperor, so the vanilla basic, the intended design of the set, here you have a design where you don't have to remove the pond. You can use the pond, so you don't have to replace it, but you use it as a piece to connect it to your Sakuras. So that's why this is a very nice design to have, especially if you have the basic design in your city, the 5x5 original one. So this one can be stacked both horizontally and vertically. Now horizontally you stack it by simply adding these 4 Sakuras here in between. Now here you can see that here you use these 2 gongs here to connect to this and this Sakura here. But when you stack it, what you can do is, these were originally here, but what you can do is you can place them out here. And like I said, these were here originally. What you can do is you can move them over here. So that way you don't have to add additional gongs. You use the same gongs to count for both of these. But you do need to add an additional gong for the piece on top here. So in total, what you add is you add 200 attack for each module, and you add 1.12 attack per tile. So very nice. In total, this one gives 1.08 attack per tile, and I don't have enough memory. Crap. I have a lot of these tabs open and the tool is not terribly efficient yet, so let me quickly refresh. There we go. So yeah, 200 attack, 1.12 attack per tile, and in total this one here gives 360 attack per tile, attack total, and 1.08 attack per tile. Now alternatively you can stack this vertically. As you can see here you have the base module, here you have it again, and then you add these pieces here in between. So here you add 60 attack in between for a total of 1.15 attack per tile. And in total this one 1.07, so slightly less, and the reason for that is that you add, this is much more efficient, the thing you add in addition to this is much more efficient by itself, so this reason why this is slightly less efficient in total. But you can extend this further. You can of course continue extending it horizontally or vertically, or you can combine them both. Here we have kind of a 2x2 design, so here we have, you can see 2x2 of these basic modules, so 4 of these basic modules in total, with all of these pieces in between. And in total for this design here we get 1.10 attack per tile and 840 in total. Now compared to the last design, the one Marcel suggested, this is basically the same efficiency for the same size. So the last one I didn't show a design that was as big as this, but if you get it as big, I believe this one gives perhaps 1 or 2 more attack compared to the last one, but it's basically nothing. The amount of attack you gain is more or less the same. I believe it's within 0.5% or perhaps even lower than that. So there's nothing in it. You can go for either of this or the last one. They're equally efficient. Now finally, I'd like to show a design that I've shared before actually. I shared this in a video I made a couple of months ago, but I just quickly want to mention it again. This one again has a different basic module. It's based on this one here. This one you can stack vertically as far as you want. And then what you can do is that to make this more efficient, you can flip this, and then you invert the Sen and Emperor. So here you can see we have one module here. Then we have the same module, but you flip the Sens and Emperors. So that way here you have a Sen and Emperor next to each other, and then you can add all of these pieces here in between without adding any additional Sens or Emperors. Ooh, sorry. Let's see, let's add that back. Okay, there we go. So, very easy to extend. Now this one, perhaps easier to fit, but to make it more efficient, you can make it like this. So here you can see 220 attack for 1.07 attack per tile. And again, here you can see we have this basic module here. It's the same as this one. Now if you flip it, or actually no, here you don't flip it, but there you can see you have the Sun here, you have the Emperor here, and then we add these pieces in between. So this one quite awkward to place, but very efficient here, 1.09. If you add some more pieces down below here, I believe I believe you have to add these pieces again roughly. But yeah, if you add more pieces down below, I believe this goes up to 1.10 attack per tile. And again, compared to the other two previous designs I showed, it's pretty much the same efficiency. Again, I believe for the same size, I believe this one gives something like 1 attack more than the previous one, and that one gives 1 or 2 attack more than the previous one. But for the size, it's pretty much the same. So either of these 3 designs are good. It's really, yeah, there's really no real difference between them. So that's what I wanted to show in this video. All of these are linked below. The Cherry Garden should hopefully return soon as another daily special in the event. And if you didn't pick up enough, or if you want more pieces, you can always keep an eye on the antiques dealer. You should be able to get a couple of there. I probably picked up, I don't know, I wouldn't be surprised if I picked up more than 50 pieces over the last year and a half since the antiques dealer came out. So yeah, with that, I leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. I hope some of these were interesting. Thanks again to Marcel for sending the first design, and to whoever made the punt design. Thank you very much. If you see this video, please leave a comment. So yeah, thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you in the future.